So today I am replacing this Toyota Sienna 2012 sliding door cable, which did snap due to corrosion of the cable. You can see what's there. And so the first thing we have to do is take this door panel off. We'll do that by removing this screw. Got to move this lock over, and then we'll pull the door panel off. So I've got the door panel partially pulled off. Now you can see there's a cable down in there that you need to remove to be able to take the door the whole way off. So you can pull that out. Should be able to pull the door off. So you can see I have the door panel off. It's sitting over here inside. And this cable reel assembly thing is totally torn to shreds. And so we're going to pull all this stuff out. One piece at a time. This whole housing's cracked. You can see this this whole cable reel assembly fits on this spline attached to this motor. The motor should still be in good shape. I have the new cable assembly right here. You can see it also has a spline that fits into there. This is not broken. So to remove the bottom part of this cable assembly, there's 3 screws. I already took those 2 out. Take this 3rd one out. And so now this is completely disconnected from the motor. Now we got to remove this from the door, but we got to take this trim piece off. So on the outside of the door now, to remove this trim piece, we got to pop this little plastic rivet out, which should be able to do just with a little bit of pressure from the screwdriver. It fell here, but you should be able to put this back in. As you can see, it's just a little pop rivet. So to get this trim piece out, I popped out this top edge, and then it actually comes out easily if you just pull out this whole piece of window trim with it. You can see it interlocks with that. This window trim just pops out pretty easily, just hooks over the door. So now you can see with that piece of trim off, we've got access to the whole cable assembly, which then attaches to the bottom of this hinge. So first thing I'm going to do is take out these 3 bolts. So I've removed 2 of the 3 cap screws, and I've got the 3rd one out. 10mm socket pulls those out. So now this is freed up from the door, and now we just have to remove this reel assembly up in here. And I believe that's just these 2 screws on the bottom. So I've got a 10mm ratcheting wrench, and I'm just removing the 2nd screw from the bottom of this assembly. So if you pull it outward, you can see it's fully detached, and you should be able to pull it back through the door. So I fed this silver cable through the new reel assembly there. And so the first thing I'm going to do is attach this to the inside of the door so that everything's stable, and then I'll start working on connecting these cables back up. So as you can see, I've reattached these 3 cap screws. This bracket, 2 of the bolts are on the brackets on the back side, and then it comes to the front side here. It's a pretty snug fit. And next I will work to reattach the reel assembly. So I'm back on the outside. I've run this silver cable in this direction where it needs to go. Black cable's here. You can pull these a little bit. It's going to draw in the silver one, pull out the black one. So before I attach this cable, I did want to attach this reel to the motor. The motor's just free to spin, and so once you get the splines lined up, it should just slide into place just like that. And then the 3 screws we took out earlier, we're just going to put back in. So to remove this cable end, this little piece just pops out, and then this is installed, has these little tabs on the side, so once those are squeezed, you can actually pull this, all the way out there. You can stick the new one in. So to attach this cable end, first thing I'm going to do is snap this piece on, that snaps into place. Now, this little clip just slides up into place, and that's it. That cable end is installed. So this cable end is behind this little plate, which I have taken off in the past, and the little clips inside there broke. So I'm going to pull it off again and hope for the best. So I've removed this piece. Unfortunately, this time the clips were stronger than the bracket, so I'm going to have to get a new one of these. But at least I can complete the door placement. You can see in here this same piece as the other side. Just pushing these tabs, you'll be able to pull it out. To make this install easier, I'm going to remove this bracket. It just has one 10mm bolt. So I've got this bracket out. Now this end of the cable simply slides into place. Back end bolted in place. Now the door appears to be sliding smoothly. It retracts the cable, and so now it's time to power up the door and test it. So from what I understand, the door initializes when it's closed. So I've got it closed now. I'm going to hit the button to open it, and the door opens. Closes under its own power. The next step is just to put everything back together, the reverse of how we took it all out. So this slides on pretty easily. This trim just pops back on, and this piece you just have to make sure that you get this upper bracket aligned with this slot like that, so that it properly seats into place and it hugs that nice and tight. We grab our pop rivet, slide that back in the hole, push the rivet into it. That's all back into place. This inner door panel should pop on real easily, and the last thing to do is just to reinstall this screw that reinforces this trim, and this door fix is done. Overall, this door repair was way easier than I expected. It took me about an hour start to finish. Only cost about 40 bucks. I think the new cable assembly was around 25, and then the bracket I broke on the back cost the rest. So that's it.